Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another podcast. Why it's a mistake to focus on the bad boys. And you know what? Let me be clear on this. This go across races, okay? Because a lot of times I get somebody come on here and they say, well, those black women this black women that. No. I talk to a lot of white guys, Hispanic, Asian. They saying the same damn things, man. They saying the same damn things. But it's a mistake to focus on it. Now, I know, like, the other day I talked about nice guy propaganda, but then, you still got that trope, and I'll call it a trope of good girls and bad guys. And make an interesting story, especially mainly from the women's point of view. That's a little fantasy and everything. But, still, okay, yeah, it happens, but it ain't like the predominant thing. It ain't the predominant thing. Because understand one thing. Understand Rom. Remember, I said this in a previous podcast this week. I only talk about what I've actually seen. And I be out here. I've been out here. I be out here. I still pay attention to everything. The biggest players and the guys y'all need to worry about ain't necessarily a bad boy. Unless that bad boy is extremely handsome or something. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. If he's extremely handsome, then pay attention. But if he's extremely handsome and he a church guy, trust me, all the ladies in the church either try and get with him, set their daughters up with him, some. In fact, some of the biggest players I've known in life were ministers. So, are they bad boys? No. So, and really, a lot of dudes will be like, say they have a girlfriend. They don't want some bad boy to sneak in and get it. So they'll see that guy. He might have some tattoos or have a rough edge to him. So they paying attention to him. It's like, yeah, I got to keep her away from him. Meanwhile, the dude that'll actually get her be that low-key, quiet dude who, look like he's singing a church choir. And he might even be friendly to you. He might be real polite or something. Work an ordinary job. Don't have any tats or anything that would suggest bad boy. Which really, let me go off on a tangent. The reason I even mention that, because a lot of dudes, you still got a lot of dudes who will say, oh, if that dude got tats, he's a bad boy. Man, that's bullshit. I remember I once rented a condo before buying it from this doctor. It was a white doctor who had like a lot of tats. When I worked retail, we had a couple of homosexual men who were tatted the fuck up. People need to get off their tats thing now. Seriously. Seriously. And I know I just mentioned it. Like I said, I did it for reference, but let's get off of that. Anyway, back to the thing at hand. The thing is, people focus on the bad boy, but let's see. One, they ain't the main players or the best players. The bad boys, even if they get a fine woman, the bad boy usually get a woman who has some issue that bad boy meets. So it might be some rebellion issue or daddy issue or shit. She might have been that innocent girl that this bad boy just happened to turn out, whatever. But that same bad boy usually stuck with. He might have another woman. And yeah, you got a few got multiple babies and stuff, but for the most part, they ain't getting it like that. For the most part, yeah, some are, but they not. Remember, I actually go out here and see it. You talking to them, these dudes, you catch up with this dude 20 years later, they still with the same woman. She done put on 200 pounds, he's still with her. So they not even the main players. And remember, I did something this week. I called it being the best of both worlds. That man who's clean cut and in shape is going to get more play than a bad boy. He's going to get more play. Because ultimately, remember that word that, I don't know, when people talk about bad boys, they seem to forget about this one word, hypergamy. Women are looking for that guy with a certain amount of status. In this current culture, the guys with status, they're going to have to be clean cut. If they're going to be professional or something like that, they're going to be, for the most part, clean cut. And even if they got that stereotypical look, it depends on what business they in, whether they can get away with it. But they still be judged on it. But you get some guys who they clean cut looking, keep themselves clean, they're going to get the most play. Because another factor is the class issue. And I've said this several times. A lot of people don't talk about class. You can't have a real conversation about relationship without talking about class. The octane model proposed, originated by BGS. Needs to be a regular conversation because you got to say, all right, these bad boys getting the women, who they getting? And in most cases, you're talking about lower class women. Even if the woman look like a 92 or a 100, often she came from an 85 background. Or, you're talking 85s and 87s. When women get to when they in a certain class or they from a certain class, they ain't dealing with certain type of people. People got to remember that. Or they either dealing with the class or they dealing with the subculture. Women really stick. You can predict who a woman is going to find attractive if you know what a class and subculture is, economic level, education level. And if you know all that information, you could accurately, I'm going to say with a 90-degree accuracy, predict the type of guy she's going to find attractive. Even if she don't know. Because that's a big secret with them. And a lot of times it ain't the bad boy or the stereotypical bad boy. Yeah, at best, she might mess with some doctor or an attorney or something who got an edge to him now. But see, an edge and bad ain't the same thing. You got federal agents who got edges to them, but they ain't necessarily bad boys. So it's like dudes worried about some men who getting lower bottom feeder women. I've talked about that before. It's like if a woman, it's like this brother said, and this brother was a cop. This brother was a player, but he's also a former cop. And he said, if you see a woman messing with some thug or something, shoot, he already don't want to mess with her. So, you can't keep focusing on that. It's a mistake. It's say, well, they doing this and that. You really want that woman that he's with? Because as soon as I see a woman messing with some dude and I know this dude is trouble, he got some issues and stuff, I'll be like, oh, that's too bad. She had a fat ass too. Then I'll keep it moving because then I already know she ain't for me. She already ain't for me. And this is the main thing a man needs to consider. Stop worrying about that next man. I know it's our nature to be competitive, but see, some men are worried so much about some bad boy or Pookie and Ray Ray or, Chad, or some Slayer, regardless of their race, or Enrique or Chan or whatever. They so worried about that, they ain't focusing on their own shit. And when I say focus on your own shit, it's like, don't worry about who that man gonna get. Every single man got a tribe. Now, if your tribe ain't like that biker woman or that woman checking for the D-boy, if that ain't your tribe, why you worried about it? Worry about the tribe. Like every single man got a tribe. Now, the biggest issue is if you're attracted to that tribe. And even then, my tribe is like intelligent women who like to work out, so I ain't worried about it. If your tribe is unattractive to you, you need to look at yourself. You might need to change some shit about yourself. But whatever the case, don't get mad at the bad boy. That's not helping you. And let's be real on something. Let's just keep it 1,000 on something. All this talk out here about bad boys and hitting, what they doing and everything. I haven't seen shit changed. Women haven't stopped dealing with them if they're going to deal with them. And then the women who ain't dealing with them just ain't dealing with them. Has it changed anything? Has it changed any of your personal circumstances? That's the thing. Has it changed your personal circumstances? You focus all this energy, worry about some dude who don't give a shit about you. Has it changed it? I want you to think on that. All right? So focus on your own stuff. All right? Anyway, that's all I got for now. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace and blessings.